Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name's Rob and today I'm heading out again, heading camping down at a waterfall. Now last night, the last video, I was at an old pump station by a lake, which was a pretty nice night, but I was going to stay at the lake again, the second night, but I just thought, why not mix it up a little bit and find somewhere different to camp. So right now I'm sitting on top of some concrete blockades. This is a waterfall which you used to actually be able to drive up the track to, but I've noticed there are some signs here saying that the falls have been closed due to public safety. So in saying that, I'm not going to bring my pack with me just yet. I'm going to walk up and check it out just to see how bad it actually is. If I can actually camp there. I'm sure I can, but I just want to have a look at what it's like before I bring everything, and yeah, if I have to detour back, better to not be carrying as much. But I just have to make the trip twice. So let's head off down this track and hopefully it's not too far of a walk there, and see what it looks like. Okay, so that's a positive. From where the concrete blockade is to the old car park area, I can actually see the concrete blockade and cars down there. So that's a big plus. It's not too far of a walk to come back. I thought I was going to be walking a kilometre, so a lot less than that. It's probably only 150 meters, so that's a big positive. Anyway, let's head along this path here and go check out the falls. Hopefully it's a good sight. So I'm just up the top of the path now, and I can see some people down in the ravine swimming at the bottom of the falls, and it's actually a really awesome sight even from up this high. So I've got a good feeling about these falls. I'm not sure if I'm going to hop in. I'll test the water first, but it is a nice day. It's about 28 degrees Celsius, so probably not the worst idea to jump in the water and cool off, but I'll test that water first. It's probably ice cold. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that spot. There's quite a few people down there. I've managed to find a spot that I think we can set up the tent, cover it with the camo tarp. Been a while since we've done that setup, so it'll be good to actually give it a whirl. Not too sure how often the ranger comes down here, so camping's prohibited here. But yeah, it doesn't stop people swimming. Well, actually going down there is prohibited, so it doesn't stop people swimming and heading along the path. So I'm just going to head down and set up my tent with camo tarp setup. Only predicament I'm in is the cooler. I want to take the cooler down. It's just going to be a challenge bringing it up in the morning, but you know, with the weather being so hot, I'm taking meat down there. I don't feel like a noodle meal or something easy tonight, so I will be taking meat down there. I want cold drinks, not warm ones, so I think we'll be hobbling down and then back up with a cooler tomorrow morning. But that's okay. Hopefully it's not too much of a challenge. Anyway guys, let's get out my stuff and yeah, make a move down there and find a place to set up camp. Okay everyone, I've got a lot of weight, not so much on my back, but this call is pretty heavy, so we have to definitely get through most of this so I don't have to carry as much back tomorrow morning. But looks like change is on the way. Cold breeze picked up and feels like the temperature's dropped a little bit, so we'll see how tonight goes. Could be expecting some rain, but then again, being my state, Victoria and Melbourne, you never know, it could change to sunny skies in an hour, so let's see how we go. But now I've just got to make the long trek back down that hill. Alright, I'll talk to you guys when I get down there. So I found this nice little clearing here. I've just arrived and yeah, that was a bit of a workout, but we're here. This little clearing, you can see the waterfall through the trees and maybe some people walking by further along the track. And sussing this spot out, on the walk down you can't actually see it, and if you were over where those people are, and well, they can probably see me now, but if I have the camo set up, yeah, I don't think a ranger or the authorities will catch me here. So this is the little spot. It's nothing huge or exciting, but it is enough. It's flat enough to set up, and there's enough coverage from the trees and scrub from that way, added with a camo tarp to keep me well and truly hidden. Anyway, I'm going to set up my stool, my little chair, and yeah, I think crack open a beer, because that is well deserved after that hike down the walking trail. Alright, so I'm really glad this is so easy to set up and so small. Back when I didn't have a chair and I was sitting on a shopping bag, plastic shopping bag, that really did suck, especially in the wet weather. So this little thing is pretty cool. Keeps me, well, it keeps me relaxed. Gives me a little bit of support rather than just the ground. So what are we gonna have? The same as yesterday. I've got another Great Northern Brewing Co. original. So I find that these go down really great on these hot days. I just can't knock them. So I have been enjoying them. Now, I can feel some raindrops on the way. Hopefully it holds off, but luckily we're here so I can rip everything out quickly and set it up if it starts to bucket down. But before that, I'm just going to enjoy step 2, a beer, because today has been a bit of a long one. Driving around, it really takes it out of you. So we'll head back down to the falls soon, and I'm not sure if we're going to hop in, but it's a nice place to just sit there and relax. Okay, so it's starting to rain a little bit more, and people are starting to head off from here, so I'm thinking of just setting up my tent quickly. Now I am going to use the camo tarp just to be safe. I'm not sure if the rangers patrol here, but like I said earlier, it is one of those spots that's closed. You know, they've got those concrete bollards or barriers up, so they probably will come down here at some point. Just more of a situation of when. So sitting out in the open, they'll probably spot me. So looks like most of the people here swimming or having a good time, they have no issue with me just sitting over here. They should know that I'm up to something, up to camping. I've got my massive pack here, my cooler, so. But people, you know, they're more interested in having a good time than confronting someone and saying, what are you doing here? So I'm going to use this opportunity to set up my tent, and I've got my camo tarp here, and that has been a while since it's come out. So yeah, with all this good weather we've been having, I've been doing open air camps, or yeah, using the tent last night. That was the first for quite some time. So let's get this set up and yeah, throw the camo tarp on, and we'll see what it looks like from the actual swimming area down there. So I think that looks pretty good. I doubt you'd be able to see this unless you were really, really looking out for it from the area just up there. I just have to throw my gear into the tent, but it looks pretty good. All that dried out grass really makes it blend in, so it's pretty nice setup. And there's a slight slant. Yes, could be a little bit uncomfortable, but you know, I've had a big day. When you're pretty tired, I think you just kind of sleep. But like I said, I set up because it's starting to pick up the rain. There's quite a few more raindrops coming, so I'm not sure if we're going to get a heavy shower or storm, but just to be safe, we may as well get everything set up now. So I might also do my mattress. Saves doing that out in the rain. It's just a little bit too hard to set it up in the tent because it's so small, but I can do it out in the open, and while it's not raining too heavily, I should probably get onto that right now. So I was just listening to a few people's conversations, and it seems like I'm pretty much oblivious where I'm sitting right now. Whether it's because I've got the camo tarp blocking me, plus these trees here, that's one thing, but yeah, absolutely no one knows that I'm here. So that's probably a good thing for me. The rain is picking up a little bit more. I feel a storm coming, but all in all, today's going pretty good so far, and it is pretty quiet around here. There's just a few people enjoying the swimming hole, and as the night goes on, the day goes by, they'll clear out, so I'll have this place all to myself, and no sign of rangers or authorities, so that's always a plus. Okay, so the rain is starting to pick up, but people are still slowly coming and going. I guess because we still have quite a little bit of light, and the temperature is still pretty warm. Well, so I'm just going to head over to the falls, or where those pools are, and just try and get a bit of a look of what the camo tarp looks like from there. From here, it's barely noticeable, and like I said earlier, unless you're actually really looking out for it or you have a keen eye, you probably would not even notice it. So just going to head down to the falls or the swimming area and just see what it looks like from there, and just see how many people are still around, because I can hear quite a lot of voices. So there's about 15, 16 people here now, and there's some more coming down the walking trail now. So there's more people than what I actually presumed. I thought there was only 5 or 6. Anyway, there is a bit of a picture of where the camo tent is, and like I said, it is very camouflaged. You'd have to be actually looking out for it or have a very, very, very keen eye to see that one. But people are starting to come down. We've got some more people here with some music heading down. But we'll see how this rain goes. It's stopped for now, but I'd say it will start up again soon. Anyway, I'm going to head down to the river, down to the swimming hole, and have a brew. Not for me. Not for me. Alrighty everyone, so it's starting to push on into the night. The sun's starting to slowly go down, so I'm going to get some food on the go now. We'll probably be cooking in the dark again, but hey, it is what it is. But that's okay. I've got some food I'm looking forward to giving a try. So yeah, let's get that burner on and start cooking. Okay, so while we get the pan heated up, I'll show you guys what I'm going to be cooking. Now, there are still a few people around here, which is a little bit odd, because it's after dark now, so I wasn't actually expecting anyone to be down here after dark, but it is what it is. I guess they'll take off very soon, but especially now with their light being against them, unless they're camping down here as well. Anyway, I have some burgers here, and I've lost the label. Anyway, they're just some jumbo beef burgers with some different types of herbs. So I'm actually looking pretty forward to these. So I'm gonna throw them in the pan and yeah, cook them up. Might add a little bit of bacon to them, and hopefully they turn out pretty good. So filming in the dark again, not my ideal situation, but there were still quite a few people around at this swimming hole all the way up until the sun went down completely. Thankfully no one else is around, so now I'm just going to get some food on the go. Very quiet around here. Had a few people yelling out throughout the night, but hey, they're all gone now, so that's a plus. Got my food on the go here, which isn't too far off being ready. Got some of these jumbo burgers with some bacon, so very, very keen to give these a go. Okay everyone, so there is a bit of a look at what the burger looks like. Not too shabby. Now, let's give this a taste. Sorry about the camera. Handling lights at night and eating is something I'm not usually used to. I think I'll have to get a headlamp to make this a little bit easier. That's pretty good actually. So just a beef burger with some bacon in a bun, and yeah, it didn't take too long to cook. Tastes pretty yum. Alright guys, so it's pretty much well and truly pitch black here. There's no light at all, besides the light coming from my phone or off the camera. So I think it's time to migrate into the tent, and it is starting to get a little bit cold, so yeah, being by this waterfall and by a river always brings the cold weather. So I think it's time to hop into the tent. If I can work this out. My phone's gone off for some reason. Oh. Okay guys, so like I was saying, time to hop into the tent. The weather's on and off. You know, the rain's coming and going. So it's probably best to get an early night, because I want to get out of here pretty early as well. Probably as the sun's coming up. So I'm already all set and in my sleeping bag. So I guess I'll see you all in the morning. But if anything pops up or arises during the night, I'll turn the camera back on. Okay guys, see you all in the morning. Good morning everyone. So last night, that was a bit of a terrible sleep. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest sleep I've ever had, but it was pretty bad. I'm not sure why, if it was because of the slant this is on, or for whatever reason, but yeah, it wasn't the best sleep last night, so I will definitely be catching up on some later today. Anyway, the sun is up. It's just after 7 AM. I haven't heard any raindrops, so hopefully the weather looks a little bit better today. So I'm gonna get out now, have a look, and then we'll start thinking about getting all this packed up. So I'm just going to pull down my mattress now, deflate it, roll it up, put it in the tent. So when I hopped out this morning, I saw a couple of kangaroos hopping around in this area. Some kookaburras, one of Australia's native birds. You can hear them. And they have a distinctive laughing sound, so you can't miss them. And last night heard some koalas in the trees. So this place is definitely full of wildlife, and it's really good to see. It is something you don't really get to experience much if you just hang around the cities. So yeah, coming out to these country towns, or further away from the main cities, you really get to experience some cool things that I didn't see the koala or the kookaburra. It always seems to be the way. They're the hardest ones to spot, but they're the loudest ones as well. Yeah, surprisingly, the koala is pretty loud at night. Very loud. It must be a mating call or something. Alright, next up, pull my bags out, and then we'll get this tent broken down, and then we're just about ready to get out of here. Alrighty all, I have got all my gear on my back, carrying all my stuff, and it is going to be a bit of a hike going up with all this weight, but that's okay. So, cleaned up my campsite where my tent was last night, and looks just as I found it, so leave no trace, and I think no one would know that I was here at all. Okay, there's a picture of the falls, or the view that I have right now. There isn't too much water coming over at the moment. We haven't had too much rain, so that doesn't help either. But it's still a lovely little swimming hole and place to check out in summer. My tummy is growling. I think it wants some food. So going to head back up to the car now. Went to a local town yesterday before I came here and saw a really good looking bakery, so I might stop in there and grab a pie or pastry, or definitely a coffee though, because getting up early, not getting much sleep, I think I'm going to need that caffeine to keep me awake and moving. Alright guys, time to hit the trail. So another successful trip completed, back at the car, and it's all safe and sound, which is always what I like to see. Bit of a hike carrying that cooler plus this pack up the hill there. I had to stop about every 30 meters. It was just a lot of weight to carry, but I managed to get back in one piece, so that's always a plus. A really good trip, guys. Didn't go swimming, probably wasn't hot enough for me, but definitely on one of those hot summer's days, this place would be awesome to come and have a swim in. Not too keen about jumping off those cliffs into the actual swimming hole below. There's rocks underneath, according to signs, so yeah, not too keen on doing that, but for the adventurous type who might be, yeah, just be careful. So I do hope you enjoyed this one. I thoroughly enjoyed it, besides the sleeping aspect. That kind of was a letdown on this trip. I think I was so used to having a good night's sleep last night, and on that soft base of sand, that tonight on the hard ground and on a bit of a slope or angle, it just yeah, didn't agree with me, and I had a terrible night's sleep. But I had quite a lot the night before, sorry, so that makes up for it. But it's just about time for me to go grab a coffee, grab a pie or something from that bakery I was talking about earlier, because I am hungry and I need to wake up. So guys, if you did enjoy it, throw down a like, give us a comment. Do you have any watering holes or swimming holes like this you can go and swim in summer? And if you really enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, because I do enjoy getting out and sharing all my adventures with you guys. So the more, the merrier, as they say. So until next time, guys, stay safe, camp safe. I'm out.